You have chocolate.
Mike Tyson has unveiled fresh sparring footage in anticipation of his upcoming match against YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul next month. Jake Paul has also reacted to this clip, and it appears that he has started to panic. As the countdown to the showdown approaches, both fighters are deep into the final phases of their training camps, meticulously refining every aspect of their preparations for the big night. This highly anticipated battle between the two boxing icons is set for November 15th at the AT&T Arena in Arlington, Texas. Concerns about Tyson's health have been prevalent in the boxing world as he prepares for the upcoming fight, especially given the significant age difference between him and his opponent. With Paul being 31 years younger than the legendary boxer, most fans anticipate that it will be a straightforward win for the problem child. These worries intensified when Iron Mike had to withdraw from their initially scheduled match earlier this year due to a flare-up of ulcers. Tyson last stepped into the professional boxing ring in 2005, where he faced defeat against Irish fighter Kevin McBride. However, he returned to the squared circle 4 years ago for an exhibition match against another boxing great, Roy Jones Jr. In his prime, the now 58-year-old Tyson was a formidable force, earning a reputation as one of the greatest heavyweights in the sport's history. As Paul ramps up his social media presence in anticipation of their upcoming bout, Tyson has taken a more discreet approach to his training for their November showdown. However, the 58-year-old boxing icon has recently begun revealing glimpses of his preparation, including gym footage accompanied by a direct message to his rival. In a recent post on Instagram, Tyson showcased a video of himself working the heavy bag, followed by a few highlights from his sparring sessions. "Oh, I can't wait for November 15th. I'm charging right through you," the caption read. Some skeptics think that Iron Mike isn't fully committed to the fight following a shocking revelation. In a recent interview with Jimmy Kimmel, the 58-year-old boxer stated that he is training for 6 hours daily. "I am training extremely hard. I do 6 hours a day. I start at 11 a.m. and might leave the gym at 5 p.m. he said. Kimmel looked stunned and replied, "Oh no, 11 a.m. So that's 6 hours straight? Or is there a lunch break?" The former heavyweight champion admitted there was a small break, as a shocked Kimmel gasped, "Oh no." Threats are a frequent occurrence in boxing, but when they originate from Mike Tyson, they carry significant weight. YouTube boxing star Jake Paul clearly understands this, especially after the former undisputed heavyweight champion delivered a menacing message on social media yesterday. The two are set to face off in a highly anticipated showdown in just under a month, promising a night filled with fierce exchanges. Mark your calendars for November 15th. AT&T Stadium is the place to be. In the lead-up to the event, Tyson took to social media to share some impressive training footage from his camp, featuring his remarkable heavy punches on the bag and his swift maneuvers during sparring sessions.
Nice left hook! Up.
It was good for today. Yeah. I truly did.
You sure?
Yeah, me
Yes.
too.
You fucking sure?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. You sure?
Yeah.
With me, it's all
Yes.
right?
Let's do this.
You did great.
We're done.
We're gonna do it.
You sure?
Yes. Trust me.
I got a lot in me.
Work, boy.
Let's get started.
Just a day later, it appears this clip caught the attention of Paul, who has now shared his reaction to it. Let's examine what Tyson said before discussing Paul's response to the video. Nevertheless, the alert appeared to take Paul by surprise, leaving him bewildered and flustered when he came across it on social media. Taking to his Instagram story, the problem child responded to the video with a series of shocked emojis. Paul wasn't the only one to react. Various celebrities, Tyson's daughter, and even his business partner chimed in with their opinions on the clip. The clip quickly captured widespread attention, drawing the interest of numerous prominent figures almost instantly. Among them, martial artist and actor Chuck Norris praised Tyson for his impressive training regimen at 58 years old. "Looking sharp, Mike," the actor wrote. "Tyson still has the same threatening appearance and imposing presence now." Tyson 2.0, his brand, revealed their bout prediction. The company's Instagram handle said, "Ooh, that boy Jake is going to sleep." Perhaps Paul could use Tyson 2.0 items to deal with the loss more quickly after being stunned and dropped. The person who knows Tyson the best, his daughter, disclosed how serious Tyson takes the battle. "Locked-in twin," wrote Milan Tyson. Tyson's family support may be the biggest factor driving him to defeat Paul. Adam Wilkes, the CEO of Karma Holdco and Tyson's business partner, also participated in the discussion. Wilkes wrote, "Locked in and ready. Tyson seems more than prepared based on his warning." In the meantime, even Paul's scent business, W, entered with a peculiar question, just wondering what he smells like. W wrote, "He clearly exudes success and strength." Moreover, Mike Tyson has issued a bold warning to social media sensation Jake Paul, vowing to deliver a knockout punch. With his training regimen back in full swing, Tyson is confident he'll be primed for the showdown against Paul. Though the 31-year age difference between the fighters has raised some eyebrows, the boxing legend is unwavering in his determination. Tyson has been candid about his challenges, even confessing to recent trouble walking after a tough sparring session. Yet, despite this, he's unwavering in his promise to knock Paul out cold. As both fighters near the end of their training camps, the pre-fight trash talk has escalated, with each taking their verbal jabs to unprecedented heights. Tyson aimed a quirky yet unsettling dig at Paul, making a bold promise and a playful twist. He shared the moment on X, formerly Twitter, through a clip featuring inflatable versions of Iron Mike and the Problem Child exchanging heated banter. Tyson's inflatable avatar boasted, "I can put this little YouTuber to sleep," while Paul retorted with a sharp jab, "You, yeah you, watch me put rusty Iron Mike to sleep. Live on Netflix." With the showdown now less than a month away, Paul has plunged into studying countless hours of Tyson's last fights. He's meticulously analyzing the legend's tactics, convinced that Tyson's game plan revolves around cornering him against the ropes, then launching strikes from both angles. Discussing his own battle plan, Paul stated confidently, "To just box on the outside and then use my footwork to be more agile and get him chasing me, and then attack him when he's out of position. That should frustrate him." As Tyson is ready to take on a fighter who is 31 years his junior, many people are worried about his health, but two of his fiercest opponents are sure he can win. Both Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, who defeated Tyson when he was considerably closer to his prime, have made predictions about the bout. In 2002, ahead of their showdown for the WBC, IBF, IBO, and the Ring heavyweight titles, Mike Tyson infamously declared he would devour Lennox Lewis's children, only to be knocked out by the Englishman in 8 rounds. They have since set aside their disagreements, so much so that the Lion is now openly supporting his old adversary to defeat Jake Paul and turn back time. Lewis told Fox 29, "Mike Tyson's gonna win. He's not that old. Don't take him too softly. We're 1 year apart. You can fight somebody like that and do well, because the person you're fighting is not a true fighter, and there's 100 things that you've forgotten that he's learning. The age will be a little bit of a determining factor if the fight goes on too long, but if they get close and Mike comes with his 10-second combination, if one of those punches catches Paul, he's definitely going to go down." During their infamous 2-fight saga in the late 90s, Tyson notoriously bit off a piece of Holyfield's ear. But since stepping away from boxing in 2005, he's surprisingly mended their relationship. Now that he's returned, Holyfield is not only making a comeback himself, but is also rallying behind his former rival, confident that this time he'll reclaim victory. He's backing him to shine in his professional return to the ring, where he'll face off for the first time since Kevin McBride, the journeyman who forced him to walk away all those years ago. Holyfield told Fight Hub, "I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul has in all of that, but he's going to be a lot quicker. If he stays close to Mike, then his chance of winning is going to be great, but if he tries to stay back from Mike, he's going to get caught. Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He gets there too quickly. But if you charge him, you're going to smother him. He pushes off his legs so he's too close. But if you give him room, everybody gets knocked out going backwards. Give him room, and you're going to be messed up." Tyson is a very rich man who will never have to fight again. Some argue that financial incentives are driving his return, and it's tough to refute this claim, especially when you learn that the boxing icon and Paul are poised to share an $80 million windfall. However, Tyson maintains that his goal in getting back into the ring is to challenge himself on the global scene rather than to make money. "I could be waiting on a check every day from Kansas," he said in September. He added, "That's bullshit for me. I'm a man. I want to go out there and I want to expose myself to risk. Sometimes I want to see who I really am. I want to see what I'm really made out of. I want to perform in front of the world. To me, that's all I ever knew how to do since I was 14. This fight is not going to change my life financially enough. This is just what I want to do." Ex-lightweight champion Anthony Corolla claims a Mike Tyson knockout of Jake Paul would make a lot of people in boxing happy. Corolla expressed that many in the boxing community would be thrilled if Tyson could secure a win. He said, "I think it's a bit dangerous. We don't know what kind of place Mike Tyson will be in. He looked great in the exhibition with Roy Jones Jr., but Jake Paul could never lace Mike's gloves when anywhere near his best. He shouldn't be anywhere near Tyson. One thing about Jake Paul is he does train like a boxer. He puts the effort in, and there's no denying the improvements." He further added, "But I think it's so hard to predict because I don't don't know what Mike Tyson has left. He could go in there and blow him away in a round or so. Jake Paul has improved. Mike Tyson's age, it's a mad one. It's hard to even make sense of it. Mike's approaching 60. It's going to be either horrendous viewing or Mike Tyson would walk through it, and I'd think he'd make a lot of people in boxing happy. While Paul is preparing for the fight with dedication, Krolla has made a surprising revelation that the problem child wouldn't be fazed even if he gets knocked out by the boxing legend. He added, "Yep, he probably wouldn't mind becoming a GIF or reel." The fight against Tommy. I was more impressed with Jake than Tommy that day, even though I do believe Tommy just nicked it, but Jake is trying his best, having proper training camps. As the fight with Tyson approaches in less than a month, Paul has spent hours studying the veteran's past fights and anticipates that he will attempt to trap me on the ropes and then get blows off to angles on each side. When questioned about his strategy, Paul responded to just box on the outside and then use my footwork to be more agile and get him chasing me and then attack him when he's out of position. That should frustrate him. Larry Holmes, the legendary boxer who went toe-to-toe with Tyson in 1988, recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming bout. Holmes was candid about his belief that Tyson still possesses the skills to claim victory. "Tyson put me to shame in our fight, and he'll do the same to Jake Paul," Holmes declared. Reflecting on his own experience in the ring with Tyson, he recalled desperately attempting to hold his ground, only to be knocked out in the 4th round, a stark reminder he hopes Jake Paul will keep in mind. Holmes believes that Tyson's fierce approach, his resilience in absorbing blows, and his unyielding offensive strategy will be the crucial elements that establish him as a formidable adversary. Tyson is still dangerous. He ducks, moves, and gets in close to land powerful body shots. Jake has to be ready for that, Holmes added. The upcoming matchup is set to be a professional heavyweight showdown, representing a significant milestone for Jake Paul, who has garnered more attention for his social media fame than for his boxing prowess. Fresh off a win against Mike Perry, Paul is entering this fight with renewed confidence. Yet, he faces a formidable adversary in Tyson, whose reputation as one of the all-time great heavyweights poses a daunting challenge. Tyson's legendary punching power and resilience make him a formidable opponent, amplifying the stakes of this clash. Holmes, who faced one of the most devastating knockouts in his career against Tyson, emphasized, "Jake can throw punches, but Tyson will keep coming. If Paul tries to trade punches, he's going to lose." Holmes characterized Tyson as an unyielding contender, noting his tenacity in the ring. He expressed doubts about whether the YouTube sensation would be able to handle the intense pressure that comes with such a fierce opponent. Holmes revealed that he has lately watched Tyson practice and is certain that he hasn't slowed down as much as many may believe due to his advanced age. "I've seen him train, and he's still got that power. If Jake wants to make it through the fight, he has to be ready for everything Tyson brings," Holmes stated. In addition to marking Tyson's comeback to a professional arena, this contest calls into question Jake Paul's ability to compete against a real boxing legend. The match on November 15th is expected to be a match between youth and experience, and as Holmes stated, it'll be a tough night for Jake Paul if he's not careful. Cherished by his supporters, Tyson disclosed that he was influenced by mushrooms during his iconic bout with Roy Jones Jr. in November 2020. He insists that he will once again tap into those psychedelic sensations when he enters the ring to give problem child Paul a reality check in their forthcoming matchup in Dallas. He said, "If I'm not on mushrooms, I'll be on residue of mushrooms. I won't be on mushrooms, I'll be on residue of mushrooms." Tyson cautiously re-enters the ring, burdened by concerns about his health, especially given the daunting 31-year age difference between him and the powerful puncher, Paul. As the youngest heavyweight champion ever, Tyson insists that his forthcoming fight with the social media star isn't driven by money. Instead, he aims to quell the fierce competitive fire that still burns brightly within him. He recently told Esquire, "I'm a glory junkie. I love people thinking about me all day. I'd rather live a short life of glory than a long life of obscurity. It's just who I am. This is all I started fighting for, to get all this status. I'm going to be chasing it for the rest of my life. I know that. I'm never going to get what I want because I'm one of those gluttons for pain. I can never get enough." In a thrilling video release, Jake Paul captures attention by delivering a powerful blow to a sparring partner, fueling anticipation for his upcoming clash with Mike Tyson. This footage marks Paul's first appearance in the heavyweight division after moving up from cruiserweight, showcasing his impressive knockout power as he lands a crushing right hand that sends his larger opponent sprawling to the mat. YouTuber-turned-boxer is practicing his technique to outmaneuver the 58-year-old Tyson, whose fierce knockout power is still as deadly as ever as he prepares for this eagerly awaited bout. But Paul is sure he can defeat Iron Mike. After dropping his sparring partner, he was heard threatening the former champion with the words, "Don't charge at me, Tyson." There were high hopes that the Texas licensing regulators would closely monitor Tyson in the lead-up to his fight next month. However, according to World Boxing News, Tyson will only undergo evaluation by the regulators on the day of the match. This raises the possibility that the fight could be cancelled just one day before Iron Mike's highly anticipated return to the ring. The assessment might lead to the cancellation of the fight or a downgrade from a professional match to an exhibition. However, Tyson remains unwavering in his belief that the bout will proceed as planned, asserting he is ready to dominate Paul. Having established himself as one of boxing's most formidable forces, Tyson recorded an astonishing 24 first-round knockouts throughout his illustrious career, which spanned from 1985 until his first retirement in 2005. Paul wasn't alive when Tyson began his iconic reign as champion, and by the time Iron Mike exited the ring following his 2005 defeat to Irish journeyman Kevin McBride, Paul was merely 8 years old. However, Jake Paul believes that Tyson's reluctance to engage in interviews indicates that the boxing legend is gearing up to face him next month. The 58-year-old icon temporarily paused his training, but has now returned to the gym, promising fans he'll be prepared to enter the ring in a matter of weeks. However, many in the boxing community have voiced strong objections to the decision to move forward with the match, largely because of the staggering 31-year age gap between the competitors. There are also worries about Tyson's health, especially after he revealed he struggled to walk following a recent sparring session. In a recent interview with Sports Illustrated, the 27-year-old expressed his view that Tyson is merely focusing intently on the upcoming challenge. He said, "He's declining to do interviews. He just wants to train and be a savage." The young boxer has come under heavy scrutiny for challenging the former heavyweight world champion in the ring. Yet, the social media sensation is driven by his own motivations to pursue this high-stakes showdown. When asked at a recent press conference why he's fighting Tyson, Paul replied, "Making history. This is what it's all about for me, man. I'm a kid from Ohio. They'll never give me credit. That's the way it is. If I was walking on water, they would say it's because I couldn't swim. And this is to make history. The people think I'm going to get knocked out by this strong, powerful guy." He added, "All the people in my comments say, look at his power. He's going to get KO'd. This has taken a chance to fight somebody as vicious as Mike can be. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. That's the name of the game." Moreover, Jake Paul has received a threat from former world cruiserweight champion Tony Bellu that he will be eaten alive if they fight. Jake Paul maintains his confidence, saying, "It's Mike Tyson or nothing," and highlighting the fact that Tyson is not only healthy but also thriving in his training camp, despite concerns that Tyson's health would force another cancellation. Bellu isn't as confident about Paul's boxing ability, however, saying to Safest Casino sites, "Listen, everyone's got a price, but he would never fight me. I would eat him alive. Just face a real boxer. I'll tell you what, just come over to England, get a license, and try and win an English title. If you can win an English title or the British title, I'll take my hat off to you." Bellu has consistently been open about his opinions on Paul, especially criticizing his decision to face Tyson in the ring. While he suggests that he's not actively pursuing a confrontation with Paul, he has made it clear that he wouldn't hesitate to engage if the circumstances were enticing enough. In a discussion last September, Bellu confessed, "I've got no real hunger or desire to face Jake Paul if I'm being totally honest. Do I want to? No, not really. But would I? Yes. Everyone's got a price. I would. Yeah, absolutely. But do I want to? Not really. No." In the realm of boxing, apprehensions are growing regarding Tyson's ability to endure the grueling physical toll he once managed effortlessly. Although many celebrate his indomitable spirit, there are cautionary voices suggesting that the risks might outweigh the rewards. Prominent figures in the sport, from current boxers to veteran coaches, have expressed a spectrum of views. Some praise Tyson's commitment, while others express skepticism about the prudence of his comeback to the ring. In the weeks preceding the fight, Tyson's team is set to reevaluate his training approach, concentrating on achieving an optimal blend of intense workouts and sufficient recovery time to avert any potential setbacks. Enthusiastic fans are keenly anticipating how Tyson's conditioning will progress and whether he can maintain his legendary strength and endurance when the bout kicks off.
Day 2, we're getting ready for you. One, two, three, four.
Tyson was convinced that introducing 2-minute rounds would lead to more vibrant exchanges in the ring. While there's some merit to this idea, it feels somewhat lacking. By shortening each round by a minute, Tyson could save energy, enabling him to deliver more powerful blows against Paul. Conversely, these brief rounds might benefit Paul as well, alleviating his concerns about tiring out throughout the fight. Paul contacted Tyson with a proposal for a 10-round exhibition match, each round lasting 3 minutes. Despite the offer, Tyson politely declined. Speculation suggests that Paul could have an advantage due to the use of heavier gloves, as their additional padding might absorb some of the force from Tyson's formidable punches. Though Tyson's current speed and agility remain uncertain for a decisive victory, his training footage reveals he still delivers powerful punches. Notably, Tyson could also gain an edge by using 14-ounce gloves. On the other hand, Paul has demonstrated formidable power, boasting 7 knockouts in only 11 bouts. Per the regulations, the ring must be at least 16 feet by 16 feet, with a maximum size of 24 by 24 feet. The promoter has the flexibility to choose any dimensions within this range. Tyson would likely opt for a smaller ring to limit the amount of chasing, given his belief that he'll need to track down Paul during their bout. George Foreman, the retired heavyweight world champion, on 14-ounce gloves. For a genuine puncher, there is hardly any difference. When I was sparring back in the day, many guys were hurt and holding on when I hit them. A 14-ounce glove can't mask power. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are holding their ground on the terms of their much-anticipated clash, resisting widespread calls for changes. Though many have pushed for a 10-round bout with 3-minute rounds, an idea Paul himself once floated to Tyson, the original format stands. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation has officially greenlit the event, where both competitors will wear 14-ounce gloves, a weight heavier than standard boxing gear. Ahead of the clash, Tyson issued a stark warning to his opponent: "Be in shape, be in good shape because your health depends on it." To which Paul retorted, "You're the one who wanted right 2-minute rounds, want to make it 10x3. Don't talk to me about shape. You want 10x3? Tyson initially held back from responding, but Paul went on, "That's the thing. Everyone's all talk. I'll do whenever, wherever. It's all talk. I'm stating facts, he's shit talking." So that's all from today's video. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video. Thanks.